What is up, boys? How's it going? Welcome back to the Two Bros. Don't. Peter. Guys, welcome back to the Two Bros One podcast, the fastest growing podcast on the internet. It's good to be back. Unfortunately, my intro got a little bit messed up because I was looking at my boy Pete over there, posted up. Absolutely.
Did I distract you a little bit?
Yeah, you're a little menacing. Peter is valid.
I do be valid though. Thank
Peter?
you for saying that.
Peter, it's been a while. How's it going, bro?
Oh, it's going great. I actually, if you guys can hear on the other end, got the new mic.
No more crisp? Less crisp?
I don't have to sound like Captain Crunch up in this beach, which
I
is
don't know.
kind of nice.
I kind of miss the old Peter.
Yeah, the fame got to me. I have become valid and famous now. Thanks to
New
bringing
mic.
Yeah,
No
you can
longer
tell
have
from
a
the post-up.
have a dead microphone.
True. I kind of like the dead microphone. It had like character. It was what I was known for. People just mauling at my terrible mic quality.
No one wanting to listen to the podcast.
Yeah, that's the reason why. Not the content or the personalities.
Nah,
it was the mic.
It was the mic. Now we're gonna absolutely pop off, right, chat?
Yeah. So if it fails, then the only reason that is you know.
Yeah. If
The
not,
algorithm.
the algorithm hates us. They hate us. If not, we could substitute Peter out. Maybe get some new faces in.
But I'm the fresh one. You're the fast one. I'm the fresh one.
True. That
Which is ironic because like I run faster.
Two Bros One Podcast official race war.
Wait. If I run faster, what does that make you faster at?
I'm fresher. That makes me fresher.
But I'm the fresher one. I'm the freshest.
Yeah, but you are a C-section baby. That is confirmed.
I don't know if we've talked about that on the podcast, so everyone listening at home might be a little confused as to why you're calling me a C-section baby.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with that, if you're just an avid podcast listener and you don't tune into the Twitch streams, you won't know that the chat has decided that Peter is most definitely a C-section baby. He has the energy of one that was not birthed but removed. So,
emerged.
If Peter's parents are watching, feel free to reach out to us. Let us know. Is Peter a C-section baby?
I'm not a C-section baby. I had to go back and make sure again. Not a C-section baby, so we can clear that up. All natural Pete.
I don't know. I don't think I can really believe that.
Coop, if I'm a C-section baby, so are you. We're in this together.
No, we're not together. I mean, okay.
Boom.
Okay, we're friends till the end, friends till the tomb, but we're not friends from the womb.
From friends in the womb.
From the womb to the tomb. Biatch.
Bros in the tomb. I hate you.
I thought it was pretty good.
So it's been a while, not only since the podcast, but I feel like since you streamed, you mentioned something about
it has
scheduler.
It has. Okay, so I missed like 2 streams in a row, and which is not my usual, and that's due to a myriad. Is that a word?
Yeah, sure.
A number of reasons.
A myriad of plethora.
First and foremost being I had a test today, which was kind of cringe. And I think I did okay on it. But then I also got a grade back on another test and I made like a 54, but that's fine. We've all been there. Oh, Ark, thank you for the 69 bits.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, bro. Peter is sus. You're right. He is the imposter.
That one.
But
what was the test on that you took today? Or yesterday?
Today. Monday. Is today Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was I don't know. Like aerodynamics. Easy stuff.
Easy. For sure.
But also, I have fixed my sleep schedule. But the only problem is, I am too goated at fixing my sleep schedule.
Yeah, the goat of sleeping.
Yeah. So, I was on this thing where I was like going to bed at like 10 a.m., noon, or something like that.
Yeah, there was a reason you had regular EU viewers rather than American viewers.
That's true. That's true. We were starting the stream at like 3 a.m. That's fine. That's fine. That's how it goes
Crazy.
sometimes.
That's why I couldn't join so many times. I was dead asleep.
I did it for a reason.
Oh.
But then I fixed it, but I did it too well. So for the past like 2 days, I've been going to bed at like 4 p.m. and waking up at like 4 a.m. and it's just been not
You've been
amazing.
waking up at 4 a.m.?
Yeah, and I've been like missing dinner, so I've been eating dinner like in the morning. And today my tum has been hurting real bad because I was munching on a steak at 4 a.m.
What is wrong with you?
Well, I was like, I got this steak, and I'm hungry, so I might as well eat it. So I ate
Yeah,
it.
you could also just like, throw that bad boy in the fridge and save it for actual dinner time.
No,
Your
it came from
lunch.
the fridge. What's wrong with a
You
breakfast
why
steak?
couldn't you have just made like cereal for
Breakfast.
breakfast?
Well, oh, okay, okay. That's another. I also. So before noon this morning, I had
Yeah.
a whole steak with like a
Okay.
side of like potatoes and like
For
broccoli,
breakfast. 4
and,
a.m.
and then I also had a big bowl of cereal, and then I
As a
also
side.
and then I also had a chicken biscuit from McDonald's. So
What?
my tum was hurting.
Oh my gosh. You're crazy. Why don't you just eat normal meals at normal times like guess what? A normal human.
I'm normal. I'm
Built
valid.
different. I don't know. Chat was saying I'm valid. I didn't see any Cooper's valid messages.
I
I
don't
saw a
know.
lot of Pete's valid though.
I saw the singular Pete's valid.
Hey, that's one is enough, is all I'm saying.
Is it?
When it's me, post it up at the very beginning, talking about how fresh this podcast is. Yes.
Pete, how valid would you say you are on a scale of 1 to 27?
I don't know. I feel like we got some like key benchmark moments. So like or like people,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
moments. So like lowest valid would be like you, right? And
Uh,
then like most valid would be like that guy on TikTok who like moves his head like that and it looks like an Ark survival character. You know what I mean? Ah, you get it. You get it.
yeah.
Yeah, he's the most valid. I'd say I'm a solid like 24, 25.
Okay, okay.
So I'm like, like the Morgan Freeman of my generation.
You know, when I look at you, I think that exact same thing.
Yeah,
The Morgan
exactly. So
Freeman of our
people at
generation.
home, just picture Morgan Freeman when you hear my voice.
Okay, this is actually a really weird segue because
Wait.
I told you like I don't know when, sometime in the past week between our last podcast, I wanted to talk about dreams.
Yeah,
And in my dream, Morgan Freeman was there.
that was me, Coop,
The
visiting
dream.
you from beyond.
It was actually a sick dream. And when I woke up, I was like, oh my gosh, this should be a movie. It was so quirky.
I have the rights because I'm Morgan Freeman now.
Do you want to hear about it? I'll pitch it to you.
I would love. Yeah, I'm a movie producer.
Okay.
You're a lowly movie writer trying to get me to produce your movie.
Okay, so
Go.
in my dream movie, obviously I'm the star because look at me. How could I
Well,
not be?
I was thinking, like Brad Pitt.
Uh I
Actually,
don't
if we
know.
want to get someone that looks more like you, I'd say I don't know, like Kevin James, like
Oh,
Paul
that
Blart-esque.
oh, that that reminds me of something else I want to talk about. Remind me to talk about Kevin James.
Okay. Okay.
But anyway, so I am like an assassin,
Okay.
and
Okay.
Morgan Freeman is like paying me.
Classic Morgan.
And but like it's like every time I like kill someone, he like doubles how much I get paid. I don't know why, but that's just what happens. It's a pretty good
That's
deal.
kind of cool.
And
Like
then
anyone random?
no, like for like a contract.
Okay. Okay.
And then I'm supposed to like kill this dude. So he's like a teacher. So I go to my old elementary school. It's not one of my past teachers. It's just some random guy.
Hold on.
But I accidentally kill the wrong teacher. So obviously in my dream logic, I just have to become that teacher. Like
Okay.
like so as this assassin, I'm like murdering people on the side, but then I'm a substitute teacher by day, assassin by night.
Okay, so a couple of questions. One, what would you call this movie?
Um no, I shouldn't call it that. That would be a little insensitive.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I I don't think it should be called school shooter. I don't think it should be called that.
Oh, hold on.
Um,
Ladies and gents, we got a real school shooter on the podcast.
maybe like hmm, killing biology.
Teachers.
We'll workshop the name.
Yeah, we'll workshop the name.
But then
We'll take school shooters and go from there.
eventually like I get so good at killing people that Morgan Freeman doesn't want to pay me. So he sends killers to kill me, the killer. But then
Mm,
but then this is where it gets real. They kill the wrong teacher.
okay, okay. Oh, does the whole school just become assassins and like the principal killed
so
the wrong principal?
so now they're working with me and we're just like coworkers. But they don't know that is me.
So they think they did the right job and then just become teachers?
Well, I don't know. It was a
So,
dream. I don't really know the logistics of it.
so in movies, you kind of got to connect these dots here.
But then I
Oh,
was
there's
Morgan
more.
Freeman all along.
Oh. Oh, so I was gonna ask, can
I
I
don't know.
play Morgan Freeman?
I don't know. I just added that part in.
Some have called me the Morgan Freeman of my generation, but
Yeah, the title of the movie is John Wick 3. Shout
John
out to
Wick
Cynical in
3.
chat. That is this one. Or is there already a John Wick 3? I don't know. It's whatever the next John Wick movie is. That's this.
You have John Wick, and this is John Wicker. Even more John Wick.
That that's a good one.
Oh, thanks. It's better than School Shooter, okay? I thought
Okay,
we were
okay.
workshopping here.
Okay, that's true. That's true. So would you buy my movie? School
Uh,
Shooter. Project School Shooter.
nope. Maybe, yeah. We'll change the title. I'm on board for this movie.
We'll call
And
it
then
like
beyond, y'all are just friends,
yeah,
right?
call it like uh hmm,
Like
middle
Terminator.
middle school sucks.
Oh,
Uh
oh, that's so good.
cuz then all the kids would come and be like middle school does suck. Let's go watch this movie.
Then they'd be inspired to kill their teachers.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
That's
preaching family values.
not the goal. It's more of an infinite money glitch in real life.
Yeah, you just kill a bunch of people and get infinite money. And if it's your teacher, you get a cool job and cool friends. Watch
Don't
this movie, kids.
no, 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 no. Pete,
Man, we teach great lessons here on the pod.
yeah, children, thanks for watching. There's like what if there's like some like baby at home watching the podcast? What if their first words was T-Bop?
TBOP,
Yeah.
Two Bros One Podcast. That'd be sick as hell. Come on down to TBOP, babies.
Oh, that is a good point. In the chat, they say Vin Diesel could play me.
What if Vin Diesel plays Morgan Freeman?
And Morgan Freeman plays me?
And then I play Vin Diesel.
You do kind of look like Vin Diesel, but with hair.
I've been told I'm the Vin Diesel of my generation. Watch this. I am Groot.
Who is that?
Vin Diesel.
Oh.
Do you know he voiced him? Didn't that sound just like it?
So have you had any dreams, Peter?
Okay.
You don't seem like the type.
The dream type?
Yeah.
I had a dream. You going to watch Kong versus Godzilla with us? Yeah, we definitely need to watch Kong versus Godzilla. I want to have a dream about that.
I mean, I already know what
I haven't had a
happens, so
dream in
I
a
don't
while,
I don't know
honestly.
if I'm gonna watch it. King Kong's gonna grab him by the tail and fling him into the stratosphere. That's the
I'm
move.
betting they're gonna be good pals in the end.
Like us, we started out as mortal enemies.
Yeah, like I shot nuclear waste at you, and then you came with like I don't know
Monkey.
an axe. No, he has an axe in the trailer.
Does he?
Yes, you need to watch the trailer.
You're always talking about this trailer where he like swims
Bro.
and like has an axe. I don't believe it.
He doesn't swim. He just kind of like falls off an aircraft carrier. So it's like you hope he swims.
Wait, Peter, did you hate me when we first met? 'Cause I honestly
I'm trying to think.
I don't remember when we met.
Yeah, I was trying to think. It could have been French. French 1, freshman year.
Yeah, I guess that was first semester freshman year, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that would
Yeah,
have
I
been it.
think so. I honestly,
I don't remember. You were just there at one point.
you came and like joined like my gang that I had going on.
What do you mean, your gang?
The corner before it was the corner.
That was French too, bro.
No, like the pre-corner. I sat in that corner.
No,
every time.
I sat there with Grace.
No, Grace sat up in like the middle of the room.
I don't know. This is probably the most boring discussion.
Yeah, sorry.
where we sat in our freshman French class.
Do you remember a first impression of me? Like just the first actual memory of me?
Oh yeah, I was like, damn, this boy dummy thick.
Thick. I knew it was coming. Bro,
No.
I was thick at the time. You were kind of thick at the time too.
No, I don't know. I don't remember like a first impression of you. I guess the first thing I can really think of is like being mad that people would get us confused.
Yeah, I was angry at that.
Wait, why were you angry?
Because you were just so cool, and I was like, man, he really needs this. So let's not. You know, it's not important why I would hate that people associate me with you.
Oh wow, I would like to read some excerpts. Is that what's the word? Excerpt. What is the word? No,
it's excerpts.
Excerpts.
It's like a PT, I think. Like.
I'm gonna read some quotes from the chat.
Okay.
Max said that his first memory of you, Peter, is you wearing an army captain's hat in Valley Cruces Park, and he said, "Wow, thank you for your service."
Ooh. So here's the thing. My dad was in the army, and he had this cool hat. Yeah, and it was like real tight, and I would wear it
You just
every
yoinked it?
single day, everywhere, all the time for like 4 years.
We gotta see a picture of this, right?
I luckily for me, I hated taking pictures when I was young. I was one of those kids.
Oh, me too.
Um, and so they don't exist too much, but I'm sure there's a few out there. The worst thing, next time I go home, I'll get this hat and I'll show it on stream. I don't think it'll still fit me because it was designed to be like real tight so it wouldn't fall off. But it was made so in the winter the inside folds out and it covers your ears,
Oh, that's
and
sick.
it looks like I don't know. It's a real picture, and it didn't make me the most approachable kid in the world. I won't lie to you. Got a lot of thank you for your services from people like Max.
From fellow children.
Yeah, I was like, for reference, like I don't know, 10 at the time. So
Nice.
10
But
years of service. Toll on a man.
straight out the womb.
Yeah. I really like, yeah, I came out the womb with the hat. That's why it's so tight, because it fit back then.
Fit when you were a baby.
On my squishy little head.
So we were both robust children, I would say.
Husky.
Husky.
Let's,
That is more insulting than saying fat, I feel like.
Okay, here's this thing. I used to, be larger, as we've discussed, and I was
Yes.
okay with that. But my mom refused avidly to admit it. And I would just be a larger kid, a hunk,
A
but
chonker.
not like beefy as in like I got muscles. I was just chubbing. And so my mom would literally, I'll ask her about it to this day. She would be like, "You're not fat, sweetie. You're husky." And that word offended me more than like I'd be
Yes.
fine if she just said I was fat, but she would say, "No, you're husky." She'd be like, "It's okay. Your dad was husky when he was in high school." For reference, my dad was like a football star in high school. He was like
He was
beefy.
built.
Yeah, I was just fat. And so she'd be like, "Yeah, your dad was husky in high school. It's okay." And I was like, "Mom, no, you're just calling me fat in a different way. I'm not beefy. I'm 10."
I think I talked about this. I don't know if it was on the podcast or just in a stream, but
Yeah.
I have this distinct memory of my mom. We're like in like Old Navy or something, and I'm like trying on some jeans, and she hands me these jeans, and they're like extremely big around. They're like so dummy wide. I'm like, these are humongous. How am I supposed to wear these? And she's like, just try them on, honey. Just try them on. I'm like, no, they're massive. They're not gonna fit me. And then I slide them on, and they're like, oh, they actually fit pretty well.
I oh, that's at least she didn't say husky. Just be like, "Oh, they're husky fit. Don't worry."
I feel like the jeans were literally like called that.
Oh no. Yeah, the husky second, the big and tall, but minus the tall.
Just big.
I had similar things where for a long time I just refused to wear pants, but it wasn't because I was like the stereotypical, like white kid like, they need to wear shorts in the winter. Like I didn't care about that. It was the similar situation. My mom would buy me huge pants and they would fit perfectly around the waist, but be way too long for me because I was just thick. And so pants weren't made in those proportions,
When
which was
you
just so unfortunate.
when you said you didn't wear pants, I thought you meant you were just like rocking out in your underwear.
No, no. I was wearing pants, just short form. Good time being chonkin, honestly.
It is.
So
It is.
there's so few expectations for you, so it's fun,
Bro,
you
I
know?
broke my arm one time just from being a chonk.
Like, eating a burger and then,
Yeah,
"Oh, my arm broke."
sprained my elbow lifting some fries to my mouth.
Yeah, in such a hurry, such a tussle.
No, I'll give you
Wait, wrong word.
I'll give you the rundown.
Right.
So
Run me down.
this is Chonk and Cooper, weighing about the same as I do now, but I'm like 2 feet shorter. Eighth grade, maybe seventh grade, eighth grade. That's what it was. I'm playing
Gotcha.
middle school basketball, repping my team,
Go for it.
and
Yeah.
we're in uh we'll say a scrimmage, but
Okay.
it's really just practice.
Yeah.
And this boy's driving in for a layup, and I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a charge. So I'm like standing there and I'm like waiting for him to run up on me and run into me so I can get the foul and be goated, and everyone's gonna love me and be like, oh my gosh, he's so good at basketball. Well, he slams into me and I put my hands back behind me. Bam, wrist broken. Full
Just from just the gravity of bringing
yeah,
you to the
full
ground with no
190
force.
pounds, 32.2 meters per second, or feet per second, whatever.
Yeah. 32 meters per second.
I don't know. I was zooming because you got that applied force of the guy hitting me.
Yeah, we get it. You took an aerodynamics test.
I also made a 50 on it, so
Oh, well,
so what
what are
can
you
you
gonna
do?
do?
But yeah,
I don't know. Being fat in basketball though, like if you don't fall down, bigger they are, harder they fall kind of thing. If you don't fall down and break your arm, it is a better
no,
situation.
no, not the way I was. I wasn't like tall and fat. I was like running around like an Oompa Loompa.
Oh, like there's definitely a limit. I feel like you hit it around 7th or 8th grade, but before then just being fat is good because like no one can get around you. Like they can shoot over you, but no one has the coordination to really do great at that point. And so they just can't get through you if you're honking. So I was a great defense player.
I was just like a little like dwarf running around.
Yeah, I was short. I was short.
I don't think it
But
made me
they couldn't
particularly.
get through me. I was just thick.
I don't think it made me particularly good at basketball.
Well, no one would ever pass me the ball if that tells you anything. Like I said, great defense player.
Oh, that's what that is. So I have this list of notes, and a lot of them I just don't know what they mean because I just jot them down for later. And thinking
Yeah,
about
for the podcast ideas.
thinking about you in your underwear.
What?
Well, because we were
Is this
talking
a
about
regular occurrence?
no, well, we were talking about you as a child with no pants, and then I was like, in his underwear? That's weird, quirky. And then that reminded me of this note I have that says underwear school.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't go to the school in underwear, so I'm
No,
confused as to
I'll,
why you
I'll
did.
tell you. I'll tell you.
Okay.
So this is like I'm like in kindergarten or like first grade or something like that,
Yeah.
and I would always sleep in my underwear. I still do. Little TMI,
Nice.
but
Nice.
that's how it goes. That's how it goes. But then my mom would come in and like wake me up, and so I would go outside, or not go outside. I would go out like into like the living room and like sit by like a heater and like curl up in a ball and like wait for her to get ready. And then once she got ready, I would just like get dressed. But one day we were running late and she was like, you gotta get ready before you go and sit by the heater. And I was like, okay, but then I didn't. So she was like, well, you fucked up now, son. Let's go get in the car. And I'm like, I don't even got shoes on. So we walk all the way down to the basement. It's like really cold, and I'm like in my underwear, and I'm like shivering. And she's like, all right, now we gotta go to school. And I cried, and it was really sad. I think she,
Wait,
I think
did
she,
you end up going to school in your
no,
underwear?
no, I don't think so. At least if I did, I blotted it out. I'm pretty sure she was like, all right, you've learned your lesson. Now go get dressed. And I came back in my drip, my lime green shirt and matching lime green shorts.
Classic middle school attire, the lime green neon
But
drip, honestly. No other word for it.
but yeah, I don't think I learned my lesson because I still do that. Like I still wake up like 5 minutes before I leave and aggressively get dressed and brush my teeth.
So now you just wake up at 4 a.m. and sit by the heater.
Bro, I love a good heater. You're like curled up and like chilly.
Hey, hey, bro, when you move here, you can, we can, I can be
You can, we can.
was a smooth guy.
Ugh.
Am I right though?
Peter, don't your parents watch this?
Hey, mom and dad. I'll tell them not to watch this one. It'll be okay.
Then they'll be like,
I did
okay.
tell them to like not watch the first one, and then they went and watched it. And if you haven't seen the first one, Coop makes a lot of your mom jokes.
Hey,
in
they're
it.
pretty funny. They're pretty funny jokes.
Yeah, so good.
Bro, now I'm just thinking of like childhood stories, and they're just so
You bathed
embarrassing.
with a potato. You got a
I got
lot, I feel like, hidden down there.
okay. This is also embarrassing, but same time as like around when I broke my wrist, probably a little bit earlier. You know
Yeah.
that scene in The Office when Dwight is talking about like his like karate school, and he says that he is the assistant to the sensei, the senpai.
Senpai.
I went around school repeating that. I was
You
like,
would just
let's play like ninjas. You can be the sensei, I'll be the senpai.
you would go around middle school telling people you were the senpai.
Yeah.
Coop, that's not great. That doesn't.
We've all been there.
I don't think.
Oh,
I don't
no.
think it's a universal experience. Please tell me, like, people from middle school remember you by that. They could be like, "What's up, senpai?"
Max said something in the chat that I don't want to mention.
I'm very curious.
You want to read it out?
So Max in the chat says, "Oh, tell the power button bottom story, power bottom story." I misread that the first time. I'm even more intrigued.
Oh, this is the same time.
Go around middle school telling people you were a senpai and a power bottom?
Yeah.
Alright, okay, the senpai one like sort of makes sense. How did you tell people you were a power bottom?
So it was middle school. I really don't want to say it. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, go for it.
So this is after like a sex ed class or something. So I don't know what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about in that class?
No, we're talking about the stuff, the segs, and I want to sound like I'm an experienced middle schooler, but I'm just a dumb little chonk. And I don't know,
senpai chonk of middle school.
I don't know where I heard it, but in some place I heard the term power bottom. And I just thought it meant like your like orientation, like not like your physical position. Like I thought that just meant you were just like vibing like underneath.
Okay.
So I was like, oh shit, you know, I'm a power bottom.
Power bottom,
the ladies love it.
5 pounds, 3 foot tall.
Yeah, because I couldn't be above, because then I would just crush someone, you know.
Crush them.
So I just bring in the power from the bottom. Little did I know that means you take it up the butt.
That's senpai Coop for you.
So I just run around telling people I'm a power bottom.
I guarantee a middle school teacher overheard this in the hall. And you know how like middle school teachers have to like sort of take on the role of social worker. So they just hear that in the hall, telling your friends, "I'm senpai power bottom." And they just sigh and just like turn around. They're like, "Nope, this is the work for another teacher."
I was the dumbest kid in middle school. Like, there was this one time, this isn't quite as bad, but we weren't allowed to like chew gum because people would like put gum in like random places. And I was like walking down the hall chewing some gum, and this one teacher stopped me and was like, "Cooper, do you have gum?" And I was like, "No, it's a mint." Thinking they'd be like, "Oh shit, it's just a mint. He's chill." And they were like, "Okay, open your mouth." And I was like, "Oh." And then I opened my mouth and I had gum in my mouth, and they were like, "It's gum. Why did you lie to me?" And I was like, "Oh, you see, I also had a mint in my mouth. I just ate it before I opened my mouth, so you only saw the gum."
5 head strategy. What did he say to that one? Like, what how do you respond to that well? You're just like, go away.
Yeah, I feel like she was just like, "You're dumb. Get out of here."
Senpai power bottom to the rescue with those 5 head strats. I have a sort of embarrassing kid story. Yeah, I like Max's Cooper's college resume, streamer senpai power bottom.
What can I say? You got me.
Coop summed up into one. I don't want to get like too. I'm questioning if I should say this on streamer.
Say it. Say
So,
it. If it's bad, just bleep out some names. We'll edit it out in post.
well, it's not names; it's more topics. So, like, for medical terminology, do you know what a yeast infection is?
Yeah, it's like you're cooking some bread.
No. So, like, do you actually know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like only in women kind of thing.
Yeah, you're like the power bottom, and then they're like,
No,
oh.
no. Okay, so you get it. It's only a women thing.
I'm still just my middle school self trying to pretend like I know what's going on. Oh, I just thought of another one. Okay, keep going.
Okay. So it's not a good thing. And like only a women thing, medical term, not a thing that you would hear talked about normally. In this was early high school. I will admit I wasn't even middle school dumb. I was high school dumb. I love to eat bread. Just a big bread guy. And bread is made out of
Oh.
yeast. And so I would walk around just like, like my mom would always buy like really good baguettes, and I would always like steal a little piece or two and go around eating it. And I used to turn like be like, "Oh man, guys, I love bread so much I'm gonna get a yeast infection." Not knowing
Oh.
what it meant. I just heard the term in high school and been like, "Bread's made out of yeast. I'm gonna get a yeast infection."
I bet that one killed.
Funnily enough, I got that from The Office as well, because Dwight talks about a yeast infection in one of those little shortcuts.
Bro.
And I was like, that's so funny. Yeast in bread. And then I made that joke to a friend who was a girl, and she was like, she didn't laugh. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, you know what that is, right? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, she explained it to me, and I was like, no, I knew what that was. That's part of the joke, that I'm not a girl.
That's why it's funny, because
Yeah.
I'm not a girl. Ah.
No, and then I was like, that's why it's funny. And then it was just so, no, she didn't respond, and it was so awkward. So I just like walked away.
You just dipped out. Oh,
It's a great time. Dumb
There's-
kid, honestly.
there's so many examples I can think of me just being a dumb middle school kid and like not knowing what's going on, but just trying to pretend like I do. Like this one.
Senpai power bottom coop at it.
This isn't as bad as the other ones, but this one
Yeah.
time we're talking about like Mario games, and this one kid is like, I played Mario 64, and I was like, no way. I know you've never played a Mario game, because I have Mario 2, Super Mario Brothers 2 on my Nintendo DS, and there's no way they've made 64 of them by now. So I was just like, you're an idiot. Stop lying about your games. Who would do
my
that?
gosh.
But he was just telling the truth. He was just vibing.
Yeah, poor kid was probably you were just like gaslighting this kid into believing he hadn't actually played Mario 64.
Oh, Nate, thank you so much for the raid.
Poggers.
Raiding with a party of 5. I appreciate it. We're just on the Two Bros One podcast right now, talking about how I was an awkward little child and had some very strange experiences.
To sum it up for you guys, just rating Cooper's in middle school, young middle school 7th 8th grade Cooper's a senpai power bottom, which is so great.
Yeah, we've all been there, chat.
Super relatable on the podcast. So this is why so many people watch us and we're such a global success.
God, I just tell the most embarrassing. Why do I come on here?
Yeah, honestly.
This is our podcast, and I just tell the most embarrassing stories.
Coop just diddling himself on the podcast.
It's a bad time.
Earlier, you mentioned to remind you about Kevin James.
Oh,
I'm very curious about why.
That's another just me being dumb story.
Just double down on the Coop dumb story.
But yeah, before I do that, thank you so much, Nate, for the raid. Very pog champ. Anyway, there's this. So you know Dave Chappelle, right?
Yeah, love him.
Well, he tells this. There's this one bit that he does about Kevin Hart. And he's talking about how famous Kevin Hart is and how many people go to his shows, and he can go to Dave Chappelle can go to a Kevin Hart show and no one will even recognize him. And then, and in my mind, I'm thinking Kevin James this whole time. And he's like, yeah, we go backstage and Kevin Hart's there. And he gives us this whole big meal, and I was like, "Oh, a big meal," because Kevin James is fat.
Classic Kevin James.
Classic Kevin James. And I was like, I did not know this guy was so famous. And then he was like, they at every city he goes to, they give him a bunch of sports jerseys with his name on it, and I was like, that's kind of weird. I didn't know Kevin James was a big sports guy.
Kevin James, the sportsman. You can tell by his physique.
And then this whole time, I'm just thinking about it as it's Kevin James. This isn't quite as bad as the other ones, but then I'm trying to fit in with some people, and they're talking about Dave Chappelle, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that Kevin James bit. And they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, these guys just don't know Dave Chappelle as much as I do. I'm a true fan.
Don't get it.
It was later that I realized that I was also just wrong again.
Yeah, you were feeling on top of the world, being like, man, I'm a connoisseur of Dave Chappelle. I know so much more. And then
I think I'm just dyslexic, so I'll blame it on that.
It's the color blindness, you know how it is.
True. I really do be like that.
Gotta love a colorblind gang. Man, I'm looking at my notes real quick, and I just have to delete yeast infection, so I never have to think about that again.
I think. Oh, we should mention our bet that we made.
Yes. So for those of you who don't know, last podcast, and actually the first podcast too, all of our podcasts have dealt a little bit with GameStop stock, because that has been honestly a huge point in the news around the time that we started the podcast. And we bet higher or lower how the stock would fare in future podcasts. I lost the first bet and had to do the cinnamon challenge. But if you haven't been following it, GameStop shot up 300% in one day. After Cooper made the bet, it was going to go lower. So now
This is dumb, because if we recorded the podcast at the usual time last weekend, I would have won the bet. But Peter gerrymandered me and made me lose my time. He took away my time, and now I lost the bet. So at the end of this podcast, what do I have to do? I have to do an impression of your choosing, say something nice about you, and then we'll discuss drawing something on my forehead for next
So
podcast.
yeah, I'm with you up until there. You mentioned something in your little brief explanation there. You're
Yeah.
right. If we'd done it last weekend, I would have lost the bet.
Yeah.
You claim I gerrymandered, you
Yeah.
know.
Like
So
when
I drew
no, like when the
state district
politicians
lines
like when the
to get
politicians are
votes.
like, you like in government when
Yeah, I'm familiar with
they're like
government.
trying to like stop a bill from being passed and they like read a book or something and like gerrymander the whole process.
So like filibuster.
Filibuster. Is that like the same thing?
Yeah, same deal. Same deal. Nailed it. I'm picking up what you're putting down here, Coop.
Yeah.
So, since Coop lost this bet, because I think it's dropped a little since, but we made the bet around $52. I'll go check the closing night price real quick.
You cheated me. I
It is
really thought I was
currently at
going to win.
$115. So, should have invested, is all I'm saying. Not too late to the moon, boys and girls, and
The squeeze has
all
not
people.
squozed.
The squeeze has not been squoze. GameStop does not discriminate. But
So
now,
maybe. Sorry.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say because the bet was supposed to be for last week, and I would have won if it was then. Then maybe you should just do the punishment.
So yeah.
I think it's a
Yeah,
pretty
no,
good idea.
I see your point.
Yeah.
However, if I recall, the bet was made for next podcast, and this
I don't remember the exact
seems
wording.
to be the next podcast. So why don't we get it started by you saying something genuinely heartfelt nice about me? Just so brutally honest and purposeful and actually good and nice, you know? That was step 1.
Okay, you might have to make me redo it if it's not like right.
Oh, okay.
You can stop me whenever, but your toes.
Okay. Maybe we redo. Let's think again. Actually, maybe not off to a great start.
I think you're a good sidekick for me. The best sidekick a guy could ask for.
Okay. So here's the thing. I thought we'd ask for, genuine.
That's genuine from the heart.
Genuine compliments of truth, because it's like,
I believe,
I'm the main superhero and you're like no, I'm saying Robin. Like
you're a robot.
Like Batman mask.
You're a robot right now. Well, guys, chat, this might be a one-man show. A one-man operation. Oh, he legit is like dying. You can just hear his robot voice in the background. I can do whatever I want. This is my show now. It's welcome, guys. Welcome to One Bro One Podcast. Look at me.
What it do?
Don't tell them what we were saying, chat.
Oh, I might have missed it. What are you guys talking about?
Don't worry about it. All right, let me try again. Peter, your parents seem like very nice people.
No. Okay.
Did you say no?
I was confused and concerned on where that might lead to, but yeah. With you so far.
I think your eyes are dreamy. There you go. I don't know what brown, maybe? Cyan? What color are your eyes?
Awesome color. No, they're just brown.
Oh, nice, because you're full of crap.
Yeah, let me look real quick. What color eyes do you have, Coop?
Black.
Okay.
What?
So, the genuine nice thing, definitely not about the, sidekick.
Okay, Peter, I think you're, despite what many people say, I think you're a
Oh,
pretty funny guy.
okay. Who's the many people?
Everyone that listens to the podcast.
I'm going to cite some sources real quick. For those of you who don't know, if you ever leave a review or comment on the podcast and we think it's funny or pog, we will definitely give it a read. So please feel free to leave a review or comment. Like this lovely random anonymous commenter,
Yeah.
just a jolly good time with the two best up and coming comedians of the 21st century. Honestly, I just tune in for the hot ginger.
Oh, wait, is this the one that you wrote or that you that you wrote on your girlfriend's account? Which one was that?
This is the one that I wrote on my. I mean, this is the one that this is this is the one. There was a one. This a random viewer, not to name names.
Oh,
Yeah.
Max says he wrote it.
Okay. Max, definitely actually write one.
You should, Max. We'll read it live on stream. And for anyone else in the Twitch stream, watching on YouTube, watching on Apple Podcasts, leave a review. We will read it.
Yeah, it takes a couple days to come in, so if you write it now, should for sure have it by the next podcast.
Unless it's a negative review, then we will refuse to read it.
And we will permaban you from every single thing that we have and hunt you down using the school shooter, aka Cooper.
I don't want that one to be an alias of mine. I would prefer
Cooper, SENPAI, power bottom, school shooter.
Although I think I'd be pretty good in a fight.
So you're saying you would be good at...
No, at hunting people down and forcing them to like the podcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's chill.
I would win a fight between us.
Me, I'm taller. Just look at our picture.
We should do like chess boxing.
So like,
I saw a TikTok about it right before we started the stream.
like you move a pawn, I like punch you in the face.
No. Let me give you the exact rules. So it's like 3 minutes of chess, and you play for 3 minutes, and then after those 3 minutes, it's like I don't know how long, but it's a certain amount of time.
The exact rules.
Then it's a certain amount of time in the old boxing ring. You slap on the gloves, you do some punches, and you win if you get a checkmate or a knockout. So we could do that. My vast intellect and your physical strength combined would make for a pretty good match.
Yeah, I'm gonna pack on the pounds real quick so I can just
Channel
dominate.
Our inner chunk.
Yeah, for real.
Hannah, thank you so much for the follow.
That'd be a great idea. We just need like a chessboard and a boxing ring of our own.
I have.
Do you have a chessboard? Because I have a boxing ring. So
I used to have a chessboard. It was like this really nice like marble chessboard from my great grandparents. But then I was fat and I sat on it and I broke it.
Oh my god. It's marble. That's literally known for being so strong. Countertops are made out of it because they're so durable.
I don't know if it was marble or like granite or what. It was some sort of precious
Both
stone.
are equally like...
I was a fat kid, Peter.
Oh my gosh.
I also had a Pirates of the Caribbean chess set, but I didn't break that one. It was pretty cool though.
You can't use that. That's just, you gotta just reenact. That's got to be the best pirate I've ever seen. Hey Coop, I think your mic stopped working.
Oh, sorry. I was laughing. I just had to mute my mic because I was laughing so aggressively. I didn't want to mess up the audio.
Oh, I get it. You just went like robot and cut out like I did earlier.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi,
Yeah. Ah, gosh, I hate it when that happens. I can re-say it if you want to laugh again.
No, I wouldn't get the same reaction.
Oh, okay.
One-time thing,
That's got to be the best pirate I've ever seen. Yeah.
The whisper,
Works every time.
the whisper made it for me. It set me off.
Heard it here first, folks.
But
Peter
Peter,
Goff, comedian extraordinaire.
there's been one thing that I've been thinking about like this whole time. Last
Shaving with a
podcast,
potato.
we've all been there. Last podcast, you told me that you had this really funny and embarrassing story about one of our friends at college. And I really want to hear it. College stories.
Really hope he never watches this podcast because it does not shine him in the best of lights.
Just don't say his name.
Yeah.
We'll call him Jimmy.
Yeah. Jimmy Bob. Job.
Job.
We'll call him Job. Okay, so I'm trying to nervous, I'm gonna say it. So
you never do that.
No. So I was taking Calc 2. My first semester
as well.
No. Yeah. Okay. Shut up.
All right, sorry. I'm listening.
So, I'm in Calc 2 and it's early in the morning, not like too early. It's like 9:35. And we have this friend who you know from this what did we call it last stream?
That summer camp we went to.
Yeah, nondescript summer camp that we went to. He's a friend from there and happened to go to our same college.
Are you talking about Job?
Yeah, I'm talking about Job.
Okay.
Yeah. So Job went to the summer camp and then happened to go to this college. And so I ended up having a class with him. And so, he was some fun at the summer camp. So I figured I'd reconnect with him, be good pals. Study, do homework, the works. Nope. Not do that. No gesturing going on there.
Reconnect.
Yeah, so he was sitting next to me. But one day he comes in and there's 5 minutes left in class. It's an hour and 15-minute long class. So there's no point in coming in. But he was like sweating, like absolutely rushing to get to class. Shows up. The teacher like yells at him and was like, "Why did you even come in today? Don't do that again. If you're going to be that late, just don't come in." And he was like Job, this is Job, was like, "Bro." After he finally sits down, drenched in what I think is sweat. I hope to this day is sweat. I'm gonna get to what it could possibly be. So, he sits down after just absolutely getting chastised by the teacher, and he's like, "Bro, I had the craziest night in morning, and I have to tell you about it." I'm like, the teacher hates you. I don't know if I want to be associated, bro. Like, you're sweaty ? Why are you doing this, bro? And he's like just proceeding to tell me the story anyway while I'm trying to take notes because just trying to finish out those last notes before the class is over. He starts by telling me immediately how just he'd been drinking the night before. And so
as Job does.
Yeah, as Job does. Getting a little turnt. Then he starts to not feel great. And he has like sort of an allergic reaction to something, so he doesn't know what's going on. And when you think allergic reaction, you think just take like Benadryl, NyQuil.
Pop a couple bennies.
Yeah. So in his drunken state, which you should never take medicine while drunk, by the way, he gets a bottle of NyQuil and he pours first of all, he prefaces it by telling me completely sober, if he has like a drop of NyQuil, it will make him pass out before he's able to reach a surface. So he has to take it while laying down because he'll just immediately go out. And this is just what Job is telling me. And so he takes 2 of those cupfuls and he climbs up into bed somehow, and he's falling all over the place. He falls down, hits the wall, but this isn't a bad part yet. He manages to get into his bed. So the mix of alcohol and NyQuil, so drunken, drowsy state, lots of liquids in his body.
Oh,
You tend to get the urge to use the restroom, right? I mean, we've all been there. But you just get up and go to the bathroom, come back to bed, all good. He's drunk, very dazed, completely
NyQuil'd out of his mind.
high off of NyQuil. Yeah. His roommate wakes up to the sound of banging around and sees Job has climbed down from his bed. He thinks nothing of it. You know, that's normal.
Classic
Middle of the
Job.
night, college. Yeah, classic Job. But he starts to hear something. And in our college dorms, if you're lucky enough, you get a sink. And so he hears water running, just like, oh, okay. He's just getting a little water. At this point, you may be thinking, oh, he's peeing in the sink, which would
That's
be
what I'm thinking.
hilarious. That was the question all of us college kids had.
I've been thinking about that my whole life.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if I didn't have a roommate, I would have peed in that sink.
Right? Thing is, his room didn't have a sink.
So
his roommate rolls over in his bed, wondering what that noise could be, and sees that he has unzipped his pants and is just peeing on the floor.
Oh.
His roommate is too dazed to know what to do about it, so he just turns over and goes to bed.
Oh.
Job manages, in his completely like desolate state, to climb back up on his bed and just go to sleep. And then he wakes up for my class hours late in the class to see all this just stuff on the ground. He has no recollection of it and thought his roommate had done it. And his roommate wakes up, and he's a comp sci major. And their work is sitting in the room all day coding. So he has to do that. And he tells everything to my friend Job of what had happened that night. And he's like, I'm so sorry, I have to get to class. And so he picks up his book bag and just runs out and
He just leaves? Job just leaves?
Yeah, Job leaves, comes, sits next to me in class, tells me about it.
Wait, what does he do before he sits next to you in class?
Urinates in his sleep, apparently. But he arrives and tells me about it after getting chastised by the teacher. And then the thing is, that's his busy day. So he's from class to class to class up until like 5 p.m. And his roommate doesn't touch it. Because why would he? It's not his. And they have a yellow stain on the tile in their room now.
Ugh. And that Job is you. You are Job.
Not me. I'm not Job. Job's a funny guy. He's an interesting fellow. He likes to climb trees when he's drunk, but that's...
What an unfortunate turn of events for Job.
Yeah, we've all been there, though. You know.
Have you ever peed the floor? I have.
Piss on the floor.
I guess I'll just piss on the floor.
Why have you peed on the floor?
It's they're kind of, I got two separate occasions. Three occasions.
Okay, when you think about it, like 5 or 6 isn't that many. You can round down to 3.
Okay, we'll go in chronological order.
Okay, Senpai, Power Bottom Coop, tell us about you pissing on the floor.
Well, the first time doesn't paint me in that good of a light.
Great, I'd love to hear it.
So my sisters are like, this is back at like my old house. So 2 of my older sisters share a room. I'm like 4 or 5 maybe.
Okay.
And they've got these really cool like couch things, but it's like smaller than a couch, and then like the bottom folds out and it's like a bed. It's pretty cool.
Like a futon kind of thing, or like a lazy boy that like...
No, it's like a child's version of that, I would say.
Oh, okay.
But they're like sitting in them, and I'm like, I want to sit in one of those, and they're like, no, you can't. And I'm like, please. And they're like, no, leave. so I have to like leave their room, and then I like come back and they're like, don't step in our room, and I'm like, okay, and then I just peed in there. I don't
You can
know.
add to your resume that you're good at following directions.
I don't know why I didn't step in the room, but I angrily peed at them.
You angrily peed. Did you aim it?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know. In my child brain, I was like, yes, this is what must be done.
This is the only conclusion, the only solution that can come from this problem.
Yeah, I got in trouble for that. I've never aggressively peed at anyone since, so I guess I learned my
Okay,
lesson.
so you've met the bare minimum. Good. Have you passive aggressively peed at someone since?
Ah, that's up for debate.
Yeah, that's neither here. It's up to interpretation. Depends on what side you're coming at it from.
And then the second time, I'm laying in my bed. I'm a little bit older at this house that we're in.
So like 18, 19.
Yeah, 17. No.
What?
I'm probably like 7 or 8 at the time, but I'm getting kind of chonk, so I'm a little lazy, and I'm like, dang, I really have to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to pee the bed. That would be disgusting. So I like turn sideways and like lean off my bed and like pee onto the ground.
Wait, you were 7?
I don't know how old I was. It was
Coop. At 7, I knew not to pee on the floor because I was too lazy to get up.
maybe my ages are wrong. Maybe I was like 5 in that and like 3 in the one before. I don't know.
That's still not great.
But then I just go back to sleep, and then I wake up to like the smell of like vinegar, and my mom's like cleaning the pee out of the carpet. I think I got in trouble for that one too.
Okay, yeah, I can understand why.
I haven't done that since either, so 2 for 2. And then the third time I didn't actually pee. I was sleepwalking, and I went to I went to my parents' room, and they were like, "Hey, oh shit, Cooper, what up?" And I was sleepwalking, so I didn't respond. And I like walked into their bathroom and pulled open one of like their cabinet drawers, and like pulled down my pants and like almost started to pee in the drawer. And then they stopped me and like transitioned me to the toilet.
So they really just like pulled the old
The old pivot
spin
maneuver. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Coop.
But you never
That's
did anything like that?
crazy. I don't know. I didn't just like pee on the floor like that, man. Maybe it's like a baby. I like, you can't control it, undo the diaper and just let it rip. I'm sure that was a good feeling, but I don't
We've all
like
been
we're
there.
talking like less than 1.
I don't know. I was definitely sentient at the time.
You were sentient. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're sentient at 1 as well, but
I don't know. You think so?
relatable, am I right, chat?
Yeah.
Moral of the story, don't become chonkin so you don't get too lazy and pee on the floor like that.
I don't think it was because I was chonk. I think it led to me becoming chonk.
Okay, so you peeing on the floor leads to you being chonkin.
It was like a cause and effect scenario.
And I will say, when you're chonking, you kind of have to rely on your humor. And your humor has led to this podcast. So when you think about it, you peeing on the floor is the reason Two Bros One Podcast is.
We wouldn't even be friends if I hadn't peed on that floor. I'm gonna be real.
True. True.
That's just the way of the road. I don't think I ever pooped on the floor though.
Good. Good.
Oh, my little sister did. Callie's not here, so she can't argue with it.
Didn't we talk before the podcast about no bowel movements?
Oh, that's a good story.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
So all of me and my siblings have been like good climbers. So like, have you ever
Even
been like,
chonking?
yeah, like have you ever been like timeout and they put like a baby gate in front of your door?
Oh yeah.
So we would always like climb over that. And my older sister Grace, she was notorious. She crawled over 3 of those stacked at once.
That's amazing. And just fell at the end. Or...
I don't know. I don't know what happened on the other side. But anyway, Callie had been a little jerk, so she was like double gated into her room, and she like didn't have any toys to play with, so she just made her own Play-Doh. I would say this is before she was sentient, but
Gosh, Coop, I
it was a
hate that
cursed
so much.
experience. There's also another time where she threw up and then ran and slipped in it. That was gross.
This is such a like gross podcast.
Hey, you
They're
started it,
informative.
bro.
I didn't start it. I might have started it with yeast infections, honestly.
Ugh. What are some other college stories? I would run into you and Chris all the time, just around campus.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, regular of the chat, Chris, um, he was my old college roommate and actually live in his mom's apartment where Cooper's gonna live.
Nice.
No, like his mom owns it. It's not like her. Okay, so moving on. He was my roommate, and we'd walk around campus and go get meals and stuff. And Coop, being all cool, quote unquote,
Cool guy,
like
cool.
to longboard around with all of his friends.
Alone.
Yeah, so so we would see him, and all he would do. This is how it would go every time. All he would do is come. Okay. No, no. All he would do is I'm gonna have to start saying arrive more often. All he would do is arrive and then just like mess around and just like circle and then fall off the longboard and then just like follow us wherever we were going, come back to our dorm, like come rattle and shake stuff, rattle and shake Chris's bed, knock over a broom, and then leave.
Oh, that happened one time.
That happened like 4 times.
I
Just
remember.
arrive, cause chaos, leave.
I remember one time. You guys were like coming from like the student union, and you guys had ice cream or something, and I was like, "Oh, I want some ice cream." So you guys like ate your ice cream, then I went and got some ice cream, and I followed you like on my longboard eating ice cream, and then I think I fell off and dropped my ice cream.
A lot where we would just eat something so you would go get it and then like have it while longboarding.
It was kind of sad.
Little-
I fell off that boy a few times.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty like bricky and bumpy, so
The
not the
worst.
longboarding like terrain you want.
I fell off in the same spot twice. Like the worst is like it was like in the rain the first time, and I was like going down a hill, and then I made it all the way down the hill, but I was like I want to keep up the speed, so I like went to like pump my leg on the ground. Bad idea. I just flopped and like skidded in my hands and knees. It was bad.
Ugh. Yikes. I will say one of the funniest moments of college was you longboarding. It involved you longboarding. It was
I am a
when,
funny guy.
well, funny looking. But when you were first starting longboarding, you were not great, but you had confidence, which was hilarious. And so, do you remember we were walking to the student union? You were longboarding, and we were making fun of how bad you were, and just
I
like
don't know.
laughing
Recall that.
along, making fun of you. You know, laughing at you, not with you, kind of thing. You know how it is.
I thought maybe I made a good joke or something. We were all
Oh,
giggling, chortling.
chortling, a little chortle here and there. And so right at that moment, we're making fun of him, and a guy zooms by on like an electric longboard, just like looking sick as fuck, just being so cool. And so that just makes us crack up even more. As that happens, do you remember this? A girl goes by on her bike, completely flat, laying like
Yeah,
stomach on the seat and like holding the handlebars, like Supermaning
yeah,
this
like
bike, just
Superman on her
going by
bike.
and like making such tight turns, going so fast around. It was just like so chaotic, too much to take in, all while Coop was like falling off of his longboard.
True, true.
They just came and showed you up.
As one does. As one does. I'm
Have
trying to
any
think.
other fun, chaotic college stories?
Did you okay? When we beat Duke in basketball, did you go to the bell tower?
I was really close. I was in Baja. I mean, I was in Taco Bell watching people get drunk off
you
of
were
Baja
you were
Blast.
in Baja Blast.
Yeah, like no, they would go get those spiked Baja Blasts from Taco Bell and just get super lit. And so we were a couple of friends and I. were chilling in Taco Bell watching the game as they were just getting lit. It was such a spectacle. We started watching them more than the game, honestly.
But did you end up going to the bell tower?
I saw it on our walk home, but we didn't go by
Bro, it was
because there was like a riot and police were like taking people because they were taking the
yeah.
sign.
Yeah, I could work you through all this. Me and Max
Yeah,
were
let me
there
know.
day one. Well, first off, I'm a good student. I got some homework due at like 10 a.m. So I'm in like a study hall right by the bell tower. So
Yeah.
we win the game. I'm not even watching really, and then
Oh wait, real
everybody's
quick. Before before we explain this, if you don't know, our university, whenever we win a big game, or just any game, but this particular big, they'll light up our bell tower, the school colors, and there'll be like a big gathering of students just going crazy outside of it.
yes. So I'm at the study hall like right next to the bell tower, and then there's like five of us in there, and they're like, oh shit, everybody's gonna go to the tower and like party
Oh.
and like have a good time, and they're gonna turn it red. But the tower was like under construction, so it was like
Mm-hmm.
walled off completely. So I don't think they ever ended up turning it red at all. But
Oh.
that's besides the point. So I'm like, there's like 10 minutes pass, and I'm like, okay, maybe no one's gonna come. But then I turn and look down the road, and there's like this horde of people running towards the bell tower. So everyone just like engulfs it, but then it's under construction. So and it's in like a roundabout, right? Almost.
It's right next to one, I think.
Yeah, yeah. But like the road's like all around it, like at least around like a corner of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the grassy area where it's on, or I don't know if it's grassy, whatever it is, it's like all walled off. So people are just like standing in the road and like vibing, and things start to get crazy. People are playing music, yelling things, throwing things. This is all pre-COVID era. And then people decide that they're gonna yoink some street signs, so that like on all the street signs, all the stop signs, all the road signs, everything, like three people grab onto them and they like aggressively lean back and forth until it snaps out of the ground. And then they like yell and like hold them up and like, I don't know, take them home, get
It
arrested.
was an interesting spectacle. It was funny because I was like right near there watching it happen just because I didn't want to. I saw the police come and I was like, I guess I don't want to get involved in that. And so I was watching Instagram and things were getting posted live because before that sign got took down, a kid climbed up it and police
No,
drug him down
that
and
that
then they
was
poured the sign down.
that was that was my man Flag Boy, I'm pretty sure. Flag Man,
Flag boy.
Flag Boy and Tree Man, there was two of them. So one of them, he like climbs this like flagpole all the way up, and it takes him like 20 minutes, man. He's working at it for a while, but he finally gets up to the top and he rips Flagman and Tree Boy. Sorry, Max. I apologize.
Flag man and tree boy.
And he rips the flag off, and then he's like,
Yes,
yeah,
that's what. Yeah.
yeah. And then like down below, there's like three cops just like waiting with their arms crossed. So he's just like stuck up this flag. And then
Stuck up this flag.
then he comes then he comes down and they like take him and like arrest him, and then like people like swarm the cops like free flag man, free flag man. And then this other guy, this boy, this tree boy gets in the tree and starts leading like chants, like
Yeah,
rally chants,
yeah.
like wolf pack, wolf pack. Yeah. And he's like going crazy, and he's like bouncing in the tree, and it's like that TikTok where it's like hun banana, fresh banana. Or that Vine.
Culture is exactly like that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
And then it like snaps. It didn't snap on him though. That would have been pretty funny. And then he goes to the bottom, and there's like cops waiting for him. And then
Posted up.
I feel like the big problem happens when people start swarming the cops and begging for and yelling for the people to
Yeah.
be freed. And then there's like some threats and like things are popping off, and then some of the basketball team shows up after winning their game, and I touched our basketball coach.
Hold on. You heard it here first, folks.
I
Power
did.
bottom poop touched our basketball coach.
And I got good luck from it.
Oh, did you like pass your test or like do really well?
I played a few games of intramural basketball. Max is
That's
claiming that I cursed the basketball team with one touch, but I don't believe that. I also got touched by the chancellor, but and that didn't affect my grades.
Chancellor touched you?
Yeah. That was earlier. That was like at a football game. He's or basketball game? After a basketball game, I think. And he's like we're like outside of like the arena and he's like walking like strutting the other way and I'm like coming at him and we're like walking towards each other and he like passes by me and he puts his hand on my shoulder as he goes by.
That's so weird.
Yeah. And he goes
So that
he
one
goes
didn't make you feel.
he goes good to see you, Cooper. Let me shake hands and dap him up. And,
Yeah, dap him up.
no, but he did feel me.
Oh, good. So
And
that one didn't make you feel lucky. That just made you feel like
no,
excited.
that I felt like that one gave me good luck on my grades, and then the basketball one gave me good luck on my basketball ability.
So your grades are like really good, like Dean's List, doing great.
Who's Dean?
Dean.
Dean's nuts.
I was waiting for you to say it.
Got him.
That low. Oh boy.
That's like all the college things I can think of.
We were on a dodgeball team, you, me, Max.
Oh, that was cursed.
It was fun, but we did not do well.
Let me lay it out for you guys.
Yeah.
So your boy is goated at dodgeball in high school and elementary school, playing jailbreak till the end of my days, just pogging out. Max, I think we won a game by like default or something, maybe.
We tied once. I remember that.
So Max works in like intramural sports, and he's like on this dodgeball team, and he's like, Cooper, you should join the dodgeball team. And like Peter's there too, and he's like, Peter can come along if he wants.
Okay, that was not how it went. Kind of rude.
But then we get there, and I thought we would be like in a gym or something, but we're on these racquetball courts, which are absolutely tiny. So you're standing like 5 feet away from the person that you're playing against. And there's these gator balls that hurt so much. And I think the first team we played were like high school. They were like high school baseball players or something. They're all like jacked.
It was crazy.
And it's me and Peter and Max, and we like gotta run up against them, and they like get all the balls first, and they're like pelting us. I think I take one to like the ear, and I like lose hearing for a little while.
Yeah, Cooper's war story. So shocked after this.
It was a bad experience, just us getting decimated. But I think we tied one time, as Peter said.
We did tie one. I have a funny IM story. I briefly joined an IM basketball team before they shut them down. We should have played. That would have been cool. We would have. My team was good. I wasn't, but my team was. I'll keep it a buck. I'm not great at basketball. I have a fun time, but I'm the worst shooter known to man. And it kind of becomes a meme. Nope. It kind of becomes a meme on whatever team I play. Is to like, at some point, no matter if we're winning or losing, they'll go through like a quick stage where everyone will try to get the ball to me as much as possible. Not out of charity, because they think it's funny, because I start like yelling and I'm like, oh, blah, blah. I just like panic, but it's like all in good fun. And I made the mistake of wearing my NASA shirt to one of these games.
Classic.
And for the rest of the season, what little we had because of COVID, and now I'll see them on campus not wearing the shirt. They'll run up to me and be like, hey, NASA, go shoot the ball. They're like stuff like that. So I have like a reputation in this small group of basketball players for being named NASA. Team was kind of goated, but I was not.
Out of this world.
Yeah, true. My shots were out of this world. Nowhere near the basket.
I was called red shirt one time, but then I realized there was another kid with a red shirt and they were talking about him.
Oh, that's so cool and quirky.
We've all been there.
Okay. I do have one other thing that I
Oh,
was actually reminded of recently. Another college story.
oh, Peter went to college?
I did go to college, do be in college. So, our intramural sports has some fun, like quirky things. So, they'll do like big bubble soccer, like, you get in the things, which didn't get to do because COVID, but I was on a team for it. They did like capture the flag again on a team for it. COVID shut it down. But one thing that was quirky that I did get to do before COVID hit was pool battleship.
Oh,
Did I ever tell you about this?
I've I don't think I've heard your experience of it, but tell us what pool battleship is, Peter.
So you get into a pool in our gymnasium, and they rope it off so it's half the pool, so even smaller. And they put full size canoes in there. Like could probably fit 8 people if you really tried, but you can have teams of 3 or 4. I think they let 5 if you're like smaller people, and you are given one item and a vessel. And your vessel is used to scoop up water, and your item can be used to anything else to give you an advantage as long as it's in like it was like 4 foot by 4 foot box. It had a size requirement. And
So you just brought like a gun.
no, no, we did not bring a gun. The goal is there's 4 whole canoes in this pool. You're meant to take your vessels and gather water and dump them into the other team's boat and sink them before they do it to you. And you can't shovel water out of your canoe at all. So you'll just be like completely like
Wet.
yeah, fully wet, adequately moist. You would be shocked with how much water these canoes can hold. They would be like that much little water like to go till it was tipping,
Hmm.
and it wouldn't go. You would just be vibing, oh, mostly underwater, but like it hasn't sunk yet, so you're still in somehow.
How do they get the canoes back?
I don't know. I didn't stay there for the cleanup process.
Maybe
Um,
Max can tell us, but maybe they just
yeah.
vibe at the bottom of the pool forever.
Well, the funny thing is, you have to bail when you get out because sometimes it'll tip and trap you underneath it. And so you're just like jumping all over the place when your thing goes out, and it like will shoot the canoe at the other team and can knock into him. It's kind of fun.
So
But
you could just get trapped under the canoe and drown.
yeah. And so what they do is the canoes kind of separate as you're gathering water and throwing it. It pushes the canoes away. So they have like staff in there pushing the canoes in towards close to each other, but it really sucks for them because you're just throwing water super inaccurately all around, and they're just getting absolutely pelted from above. Can't see over the canoes because it is a good like size pool, so they're in it kind of deep, but they
Wait,
could
they're in the
stand.
water?
Yeah, in the water, pushing you in closer to each other. Can't see a thing, but just getting pelted with water.
Did you win?
So the crazy thing is, my team came up with an idea to where we would build a plastic shield, and it would deflect water. And so we would have one person hold that up. We were told they would supply us buckets, so we didn't bring our vessels. I say vessels because you were allowed to bring like any kind of vessel as long as
Like a
it's
cup?
yeah, you could bring a cup as long as it fit inside a certain size requirement. We did not know if this was a BYOB situation, bring your own bucket. And so we used a trash can, a full-size trash can that they
What?
had on hand. And so we had a 4-person team. 3 people would huddle behind the shield, and we only had one trash can. So one person would just heave with all of their might because water is heavy, and just try to, like, and the water would go like a foot, and they were like a yard or two away, and so you're like doing nothing, but it's like really cool at least. Um, we came in second because our shield would keep us up so long. but we couldn't finish. But I stayed
Classic.
after. Yeah, relatable. I stayed after and joined another team just for fun because I had a good time.
They
And
just let you hop on random boats.
yeah, well, I just like there was this other team there, and I was like, hey, I kind of want to stick around. And so I was just talking to some other competitors, and they were like, yeah, no, we would love to have you on our team. And I was like, I'm definitely want to join so I can get this cool intramural shirt. Didn't win that one, long story short. But it was cool because they sent me a picture of us like all together in our team huddled up because our like 1 year anniversary since that date was 2 days ago.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, super cute.
Max said to get the canoes out, 4 people get in the water and just lift them.
Max, hear me out. I propose you, me, Cooper, maybe someone else do a team whenever they do pool battleship again.
I'd do it. Max would
Stream it
probably
live.
Max would probably be lame and be like, I gotta work. I gotta push the boats in.
Cringe. Cringe. He did say word though. I think
What
that's a
word?
good thing. I don't know. Boat, maybe.
You only get a singular word.
Yeah, one singular word. No, but that was definitely a super fun time. I hope they do it because they used to do it once every semester, but
They're
haven't
probably
done
gonna
it
bring
since.
it back.
Yeah, my only concern is they're like limiting water activities because COVID and like the pool is open, but you gotta like
Wear a
not
mask.
diddle around. Yeah, wear a mask and waterboard yourself. I wonder if that happened. If pools were like just used to people wearing masks and were like, oh yeah, you have to wear a mask when in the pool, and someone like they had to learn by experience. Someone just waterboarded themselves.
It really do be like that sometimes.
It do. Moral of the story: college is a strange place where you see Cooper longboarding and jump in pools with canoes.
It is. It is. I don't like whatever Max just said. Max
This
said
semester, I can offer you.
a scavenger hunt. It's
Cool.
kind of threatening. I feel like the movie Saw.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
Scavenger hunt.
We're just gonna go out in the woods with Max and just like never return.
True. There's worse ways to go.
True. Coop, you should drive on down to state and do a scavenger hunt. That'd be pretty cool.
I'm on my way.
Hey, you'll be moving in here, so I'll just like take your stuff and hide it. So that'll be cool.
That would be cool. You're right. Oh,
But take
speaking of state, have you lost your wisdom teeth? Master of segues right here.
um okay. Okay, so speaking of state, have I lost my wisdom teeth?
Yeah.
No, I have not lost my wisdom teeth. I still have all four, but
Nice.
what? How is that?
It's a segue. You've never heard of it? Like,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I get the connection.
yeah. I have lost my wisdom teeth, Peter.
So quirky and cool.
It's a weird time because you got like ass like losing your wisdom teeth. That kind of cringe. It's like painful, and then
Yeah.
afterwards, at least for me, I had like these holes and I had to like squirt in them, and you know,
Pardon?
I had to like squirt in my holes.
Just doodle in your holes?
Yeah, you have to like squirt water in and like because like you'll get like food in your holes and you don't want it to get like infected, so you have to like squirt water in and it like shoots out. Kind of gross.
I hate that. I'm gonna have to get my wisdom teeth taken out, and I'm not looking forward to that. I'll come on stream immediately after and
I
just
was
hide heat.
I was so afraid I would say like some dumb stuff. I guess I did say some dumb stuff.
I'm curious to know what you said.
But like that's like my biggest fear, like divulging state secrets while under
Do you have
amnesia.
a lot of state secrets? You're
Ah,
under wraps, big CIA
wouldn't
mystery
you
man.
like to know?
Yeah, yeah. You could call me Weather Boy because I would like to know.
What are you, Vladimir Putin, trying to get my state secrets?
Hey, good one.
Ah,
I,
but
I yeah, that's definitely like my biggest fear is like my parents are gonna like take me to get my wisdom teeth taken out, and I'm just gonna like say some dumb shit, and it's gonna be like, oh no,
they're gonna be like, Peter, come here, and you're gonna be like, where?
nice. My fear is I'm gonna say okay.
Then you just do it.
No.
Just do as you're told. But when I lost my wisdom teeth, my brother-in-law is that what it is? Like my sister's husband? Is that a brother-in-law?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Your
yeah.
brother-in-law is your sister's husband.
Yeah, well he's like a pharmacist. So we were going to
Dope.
get like my medicine afterwards, and like my mom was like, "Okay, you just wait in the car." And I was like, "No. I'm sure he wants to see me. He would love to meet me. He would love to like talk to me right now." And
Wait,
she
he
was
hadn't met you?
no, he had.
Okay.
They were already like married. But
Hell of a first impression.
I was like, look at me, I'm so funny. He would just let me see him. You know he wants to see me. And she was like, no, wait in the car. But they also like gave me like my wisdom teeth. So I had this little baggie of wisdom teeth. And while she was in there, I like opened it up and was like looking at my teeth.
Please tell me you didn't eat them or anything.
I don't think so. I don't know where they went though.
I have
And
a guess.
and then I got back to my house and I just like threw like a tantrum. Like I
About
just
what?
well, my mouth was in so much pain after like the medicine, after like the numbing wore off. I was just like rolling around on the ground, like
Just gurgling.
aggressively gurgling.
Oh my gosh. I very much wish I could have seen that.
It was a time.
I'm scared to get my wisdom teeth taken out now, Coop.
No. This is all normal.
I don't want people diddling around in my mouth. I don't want to
Wouldn't
get
be
tugma.
wouldn't be the first time.
Nope. Don't
Where
want to
did it?
get tugma.
Where did that start? Took they took my tooth.
No. I wanted to say it.
Well, where did it originate?
I don't know. Wasn't I don't I've said it to a lot of people now. Like someone got their appendix removed and I was like, "Oh, you got tugma."
Max has the right of it.
Setting the standard practice for wisdom teeth removal.
You squirt in your mouth. You play with your old teeth and roll on the floor. That's what I did.
Yeah,
At least.
the 3-step process of wisdom teeth removal.
Well, actually, the like squirting the water in your mouth is the last part because that's when you're like it's like healing and you don't want to get food in there. So
what if I want food in there, like stores for later? That's so unfair. Like chipmunks get their pouches in their cheeks. I get those holes. Get to fill them up. Save it for the winter.
Yeah, you could do that.
Slowly digest it in your mouth.
So speaking of wisdom teeth, Peter, do you believe in ghosts?
Oh my god.
Master of segues.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I've never like
Do you believe in the
seen a
paranormal?
ghost. Paranormal.
Have you felt one? Ectoplasm?
No, a ghost has not ectoplasmed in my presence. Has a ghost ectoplasmed in your presence, Coop?
I thought so, but it turned out to just be my uncle.
So tell me a ghost story.
No, but actually, I think I believe in ghosts, but for the wrong reasons.
Okay. Okay. What that's such an interesting way to start that. What are these wrong reasons?
Okay, so like in horror movies, who does the ghost kill first? The
The
people who don't
the
believe in them.
person. Oh, okay.
So I don't want
Okay,
to.
yeah.
So in a ghost situation, I don't want to die first. So I believe in them.
That's actually kind of smart.
I got a better chance of living if I believe. It's like Peter Pan. It's like Tinkerbell. If you don't believe in her, she can't fly.
I thought if you just like sit in the middle of the group, you die last. You know,
No, I think you're
just
supposed to
say
like split up and like collect clues.
Scooby Dooby Doo. Works every time, honestly. But they're never real ghosts.
They are in some of the movies, like The Conjuring. Was that a movie? The Paranormal Activity. I saw that one.
But we're talking about Scooby Doo now.
Ah,
Yeah, the gang takes on the Grudge.
is that the one with the TV? No, that's The Ring.
No. The Grudge has the TV, and she like comes out of it, and she's got the hair, and she goes and like diddles the people.
What's The Ring?
I don't know. I've never seen that.
I feel like it's The Grudge.
Is the Ring like? Oh, that's the one where it's like number one rule of Fight Club: don't talk about Fight Club.
No, that's Fight
Because
Club.
like they're in like a boxing ring.
All right, that'll do it for today.
Hey, before we close out, we still gotta hear an impression
The Ring
due
is
to
The
that
Grudge.
bet.
It's the same thing.
What? The Ring is the Grudge? I gotta Google this. I thought the Grudge was a movie.
Is that
The
the one
Ring.
with Frodo?
Nope.
Hmm.
Oh, the Ring is the Grudge. What is the
It's
Grudge then?
The Ring.
The the Grudge.
Wait, is The Grudge the movie in The Ring, or is The Ring the movie in The Grudge?
Oh wait, there's a 2020 movie called The Grudge,
Yeah. Wait,
and it's
what?
like a remake, honestly. I think.
Of The Ring?
I guess, or maybe like similar idea.
Or of?
I don't know.
But there's an old movie called The Grudge too. I feel like
The Ring is 2002.
The Grudge is the person in the ring. Hmm. I got a ring. Like a doorknob. No,
What?
doorbell.
Okay, yeah, no. It took me a sec, but I got there. I understand. But no, Coop, I definitely need to cash in on that free impersonation that I
Okay,
get from you losing the GME bet.
who should I impersonate?
You know, since you just flattered me so much with compliments earlier of being, like the superhero to your sidekick,
Yeah.
I would say you do like an impression of me.
Oh, of you.
Yeah, impersonate the man, the myth, the legend, the hot ginger that they
Wait.
say exists in
Should I actually try and do your voice? Wait. Speak.
the
Speak. Say anything.
what it do?
What I do?
I do not sound like that.
I do not sound like that.
Okay, you just sound like you.
Okay,
Yeah,
you just sound like you.
that's not me. Sounds nothing like me. What are you on?
What are you on?
I hate you so much.
I hate you so much.
Okay, you're
One
not
of these
supposed
is
to repeat everything I say. You're supposed to do a separate view
a separate
of me.
view of me. Did that sound like you? Wait, okay, give me a Peter line, like your catchphrase.
Oh, Cooper looks up to me so much.
Oh.
You gotta keep going. The second part. That's the real Peter part. You know, that Cooper looks up to him.
Hey,
Part.
Peter. Wait. Say something.
Hello. My name's
Hello.
Pete.
My name's Pete. Is that just my voice?
Yeah, that's just your voice.
It's hard. I feel like I'm doing your voice, but I'm just doing my voice.
Yeah, you're just doing your voice.
Wait,
I don't
say
think
something.
we sound alike.
Say something. I don't think we sound alike. That's how you sound to me.
That's just how you sound. Hold on. I'm so dumb. I was gonna turn on the Twitch audio to hear your voice, but you're just talking, so I don't even need to do that.
I could do Ryan.
Yeah, do Ryan.
You stinky baby man.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like Ryan.
Was that Ryan or was that just me again?
That was more Ryan.
Ryan, thank you so much for the resub. 4 months.
After you calling him a
What a pog guy.
baby.
No,
man.
I was saying his quote. Oh yeah, that's a good Peter quote. Guys, I'm a C-section baby.
It says I'm not a C-section baby.
I was removed.
It says, and I quote, "Guys, I'm not a C-section baby, I promise." Seems like a solid promise to me.
I don't know. I feel like I'm doing give me another person. Give me like a celebrity. I could do like JFK, like a.
Nope. Nope. How about like Cardi B?
Wop.
Bucket and a mop.
No. What's like an easy one? Oh, I could. Oh, wait. What was that? I could do a cool one.
Go for it.
I could do like a. Oh, I don't know if I could do it. I haven't done it since middle school. Wait. Let's see. I could talk like this.
What? Hello. Who is that?
I don't know. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Cooper.
Oh, did you see the TikTok of the guy that can do like the Wheel of Fortune thing?
What?
I think I can do it. It's like, okay, so imagine the Wheel of Fortune spinning, and it goes.
Yeah. Wow, that sounded just like it. I was like,
wait,
I was watching.
Give me another try. It's like. I swear I can do it. Wait.
Your mouth open. That's awful. You just sound like The Grudge. That's terrible.
Wait, no, it's more like.
Coops, you gotta stop.
Wait, one more.
You're like choking yourself.
Doesn't that sound like the Wheel of Fortune wheel spinning?
So, if I say yes, will you stop?
Oh, I'll probably keep going.
Then no.
All right, give me another one. Off the cuff, off the riff.
Man, I liked Cardi B. How about like George Washington?
He was probably racist. I don't want to do that.
Well, like you already.
No.
Cardi B, go.
That's not a rumor I would like to start. Just cancel me.
Valid. One bro, one podcast.
Yeah, you'd have to do the podcast alone if you got me
That'd
murdered.
Be sad and cringe and lame.
What about what's like a common person that I can do? Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, go for it.
I'm in the B movie.
That's wow.
What's the deal with airline food?
That's so good.
Yeah? You think so?
That's incredible. Man, I think this debt has been paid and you never need to do an impression again, ever.
I could keep doing more. I could do Hillary Clinton.
No. Oh, yeah. I'd love to hear that.
I don't know what she sounds like, actually.
You've got mail.
This is the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals.
Didn't you say Hillary Clinton?
That was Trump.
You said Hillary Clinton and then did that.
Well, I couldn't think of a Hillary Clinton.
Can you do an Obama impression?
Oh yeah.
Have we already done that?
Uh, fellow Americans, uh, the salami lid. You know the salami lid video?
Yes,
He's
I
like,
do.
the salami lid. Oh, I can do the Burger King foot lettuce guy.
No.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. The last thing you want on your Burger King sandwich is someone else's foot.
I hate that one so
I
much.
felt like that one was pretty good.
Gosh, that
Very
one's
accurate.
just nope. Mm-mm.
I don't know. I
My
think
least favorite one, I'd say.
my debt is paid. I lost the bet. I did the impression. We're good. Hey, I wouldn't.
There's one more
Ah,
one more part of the bet, if you recall.
what
It
was that?
was the loser of the bet has to write something on their forehead. Now,
Oh,
I believe we said it was loser in the last thing, but I'm open to discussion here. What would you like to write on your forehead
I could write like
in Sharpie?
hi. I could
You
do
could
like
write
that. I could do like that cool S that people used to do in middle school.
yes, you should write the S on your head in Sharpie right now.
I don't know, but what if it means something?
Like it means hope,
Like
like
Superman?
Superman.
Or I could do like I could draw like a smiley face. I
I
could just
like the
not do
S
it at
idea.
all.
Oh well, I don't know. I think this is a certified S moment.
But the cool thing is my hair can just cover it, so you wouldn't even know.
Okay, well you'd have to show it. That's part of the bet. Yeah, slick that hair back.
Wait, what if I put my wait?
Too much hair to capture.
Does
Too
that look
much stuff, not enough space.
does that look
Big
better?
ass forehead.
I don't have a big forehead. I feel like I have an average forehead.
Do you want to table this face drawing till next stream, or do you want to cash out now?
I think I want to draw it next stream, but we can discuss it right now. I don't want to write C-section baby on my forehead. I feel like that's bad. That'd be
I like
bad
that
branding.
one, but I'm willing to settle with the S. I like the S idea. And you have to do it till you get it right.
I figured I'd have like Grace or someone draw it for me, or Callie.
Okay, I'm good. I think you should try once, and
Oh!
then you can.
Max, that is the best idea. We have someone pay for advertisement on my forehead. Your mic didn't catch that. Wait, say
I
something?
think that
Oh, yeah.
that's an idea that seems so great that we don't even need to do that.
If anyone donates or subs right now and sends a message, I will write that. I will write whatever you want on my forehead.
We're gonna be waiting here for a while.
Anything. This offer extends till we end the podcast. First person to do it wins.
If not, my vote is definitely the S.
I could just do it, then say nothing.
Okay, that's not. Don't. What are you making that face for?
It's big brain if you think about it.
Yeah, no money gain. That's okay. If nothing, he'll end up writing the S. I think you should attempt writing whatever is decided on your head, and then have Grace do it or Callie do it or something.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. I shouldn't divulge, but I don't know if I want to use a Sharpie. I feel like that's.
I think that was the bet agreement, if I recall.
I don't think I ever said Sharpie.
We'll go back and look. At
Bitches be permanent.
permanent forever. A permanent.
That's
tattoo.
why Sharpie's permanent. It's a permanent marker.
Hey, I don't make the rules. I just soar with GameStop.
I did not say Sharpie. Maybe he said
He
Sharpie.
did say Sharpie. Thank you.
I got like an expo.
We had agreed on Sharpie.
I can do it right now.
I mean, yeah, but you'd still have to do it again later. So
I can put like a smiley face. Like a.
yeah, go for it. So this is just for fun. This is just Coop being Coop.
That's just me. Oh, look how.
A little quirky.
We
You
did
guys
not
should we
shake hands. I
shake
don't.
hands. We should shake hands. Forgot about
I
that.
don't
Thank you,
recall.
Ren. Be in good
Rocky,
health.
Rocky, you're supposed to be on my side. You're supposed to be like, oh no, that didn't happen. You, no.
For once, chat is on my side. Yes. Feels so good. Thanks.
I'm
Thanks,
Peter. I'm gonna
homies.
excommunicate you from my Christian Minecraft server.
I'm not in your Minecraft server. I didn't do my interview, and then they were like, "Oh, do you want to do your interview?" And I was like, "Ah, I feel like it's a little too late." And then
You
they
just
left me
didn't do
on
it.
red.
What a C-section baby vibe, Peter.
Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing, even though I'm clearly not. Bring up the tapes. Caught in 4K.
Look at me smiling.
I hate you.
Oh yeah, for those audio listeners, I drew a smiley face on my face.
Yeah, I think they gleaned that much.
I don't know. They might not add a
If only you could see
section.
how so good it looks.
I think it looks great.
Those of you listening at home definitely have an unfair advantage where you don't have to view good old Coop.
Okay, well, when you put it like that, it sounds like you don't want to see me, but
Not
I
that I
don't.
don't want to see you, it's just like,
It looks perfect. See?
it would be nice if this podcast were just like no video, kind of cool. Am I
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're right. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all.
Well, it's okay. You have sidekick looks.
It's like, have you ever watched the movie Sky High? The
I love that movie.
sidekicks become the heroes.
Yeah, but they don't look good.
That one guy turns into goop.
He does turn into goop. That one girl turns into a guinea pig, and she's like colorblind.
No, the other guy's colorblind, isn't he?
But I thought they were like cut the red wire, and she was like, I don't see color.
I don't know.
It's been a while. That's a good movie though.
I'm trying to find someone for us to raid. I want to raid a child.
Um, I'm just gonna let that one hang. I don't even need to.
What?
Oh, nothing.
What's wrong with that?
I
You could
do
raid someone without a mic.
love the resume that we've created for you tonight, Cooper. Senpai,
Yes,
school shooter,
obviously. No, well, okay, don't throw that one in there.
power bottom, overall quality guy, sidekick.
I mean, I'm not gonna deny it, but
Wait. Hold on. There's a few of those I think you should deny right real quick, Coop.
which one?
Overall good guy.
You're right. I'm not a nice guy.
It's what you call a bad boy.
Yeah, didn't you hear my story about, I don't know which one paints me in a bad boy light?
Senpai Cooper.
The Senpai Cooper.
Oh jeez. Well, I'm glad we got to discuss all of our fun college experiences. I feel like it's so limited. We gotta create some more as soon as COVID comes out.
Not me.
Not you. And COVID 2 comes out.
COVID 2.0.
True.
The next
Nah,
level.
we'll go crazy when you come live here in Chris's mom's apartment with me.
Absolute sicko mode, some would say. I can't find a good
Uh,
person to raid, bro.
Any
That's right.
podcasts out there to spread the love around?
You know, I'll look for podcast. You've convinced me.
Man, I just remembered a good college story that I can tell next stream.
Oh, leave us hanging.
Yes, make sure to tune in for more and tune in to see Coop really draw on his face.
And well, I already did it, so maybe I don't have to do it again.
You know.
Just what I'm kind of thinking.
who knows? Maybe there'll be another bet in the next podcast that we can go off of.
Yes. Okay. This dude's looking like maybe we'll rate him. He's playing some Mario but he's in the podcast section. So I
There's no
think
way there's 64 Marios.
that one was kind of embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. But if you guys are watching at home, you should definitely, if you're watching not live, you should check us out live, subscribe, follow the podcast, all that cool stuff.
Maybe leave a review. We might
Maybe
take a
even
look
leave a
at it.
review.
Be pretty cool if you did. Pretty cringe if you didn't.
And if you're watching live, join up the raid, get some free channel points. Thanks for watching, boys. We'd love you all.
Thanks for tuning in.
We'll be live again, hopefully next week.
Yeah.
Where
Some good college theories, good bets.
Where I will further embarrass myself live on stream.
As with every podcast, it's so great.
Peter, do you have any last words for us?
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Stay fresh out there.